Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we are going to show you the actual cost for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, or life insurance or funeral funds for a 51-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com, click whatever state you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Click the coverage amount, and then put your birthday in there, go get quotes now. And you'll be able to see all the different insurance companies available in your state and all the different pricing. And that will just make you a more educated shopper. So go ahead and do that. Now, first, you can also call us toll-free, 888-862-9456, if you just want to talk with one of our licensed agents. Now, first thing you need to ask yourself, if you're looking at $15,000 worth of insurance, is that going to be enough for your final expense needs when you do pass away? So if you're looking for a cremation, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's just if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. So $15,000 would be more than enough. You'd probably actually be a little bit overinsured. But if you have the money, that's okay. But if you can't afford that much, get what you can. Get what you can afford. Otherwise, your family's going to have to pay this. So if you're going to have a cremation and you're going to have some sort of a ceremony, remembrance of life or celebration ceremony, something like that, it's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. So again, $15,000 would be enough. But if money's tight, just get $5,000 or $7,000, whatever it is for right now, because we can always help you add more coverage later. So if money's just a little tight, get what you can afford right now. Now, if you're going to be buried, the average cost of a burial in the United States right now is right about $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States right now with a $10,000 check, they would get a burial done. It's hard to imagine they wouldn't, because otherwise you just walk down the road a little bit and take that check to their competition. And why would they want to give up that money? But with that said, for $10,000, it's not going to be fancy. It's going to be a very meager thing. And maybe that's just what you want. But if you were looking at $15,000, that's definitely enough for right now. There's going to be some extra built in for inflation, or maybe if you want a few extra special things going on. So just keep in mind, if you need to, you can always start a little bit lower and add more coverage on later. So don't worry if money's a little tight and you can't do a full $15,000. Now, the one thing that's really important with these plans is get first day coverage. And that's what we help people with: first day coverage or benefits, same day, low cost approval. And a lot of people would say, well, I want to get first day coverage, but I've got some health problems. And I know those first day coverage plans ask health questions. And we would say, yeah, you're right, they do. But we work with enough different insurance companies. We can typically work around most health issues. So don't worry about that. We're really seeing 95% first day coverage approvals with the people that we're helping. Now, the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you really had something significant health-wise going on, like, maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis or in a hospital or nursing home. The other thing that happens occasionally is somebody will call up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and their body's down at the funeral home. They didn't have insurance. We don't have any money, and the funeral home's not going to do a thing until we get money in their pocket. And we have to let them know that, unfortunately, there's not a single insurance company in the United States that will issue a policy on somebody who's already died. It just does not work that way. So it's really sad that the person who died has known they've known their whole adult life for sure that someday they were going to die, and they thought they were going to beat the odds and probably thought they would get this done at some point, and they didn't. And now their family is really left with a significant emotional and financial burden. So don't be that person. Don't be silly. You are going to die. Get this insurance before you need it. Now, again, first day coverage is really important. We recommend you stay away from the 2-year waiting period plans. Now, Colonial Penn's probably one of the most well-known 2-year waiting period plans out there with their $9.95 plan, simply because they advertise so much on TV. It seems like they're advertising every 7 minutes or so. So a lot of 51-year-old males would think, $9.95, I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for that $9.95. And then they actually get the pricing and they see, oh, what is that? They're surprised. $9.95 for a 51-year-old male only gets $1,620. Ouch. The average cost of a cremation right now is between $1,000 to $2,000. So it's probably between $1,400 to $1,600. So, this may not even be enough for a cremation as of today. But remember, it's got a 2-year waiting period. It's not going to pay out for any health or medical related cause of death for the next 2 years. And because of inflation, it probably is not going to be enough money. So the $9.95 sounds enticing, but a lot of people are kind of shocked and surprised by how little coverage it is. Now, there's other companies out there that are 2-year waiting period only. Mutual of Omaha's got the United of Omaha product, AIG, Gerber, and there's other companies out there too that only sell 2-year waiting period policies. And they've done a great job at convincing the American public that anybody over age 50 can only get a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people every day with first day coverage. So let's do some price shopping here. Colonial Penn, they've got their per unit pricing here. So $9.95 is $1,620. You always kind of end up with these goofy numbers. So a 51-year-old male can't get an even amount of coverage. We can't look at $15,000. We're just going to have to get close. And I am going to just have to guess. Let's see what kind of like 9 units of coverage is. Okay, that's probably as close as we'll get, because 10 units of coverage is probably going to be about 16,200. So $14,580, roughly $15,000 is $90, $89.55. I'm going to round the number up. So let's go see what first day coverage would actually be for, there we go, $15,000 male, age 51, right here. We're going to get the quote. And then, again, this is roughly $90 for $15,000. And we come here and, okay, so Trinity Life Insurance Company, great company. We work with them. We can help you get approved with them. Level coverage, which means first day coverage, and it's $41.14. So, if we doubled 41, say it was even 42, that would be 82. So yeah, even at 82, it's still less than Colonial Penn. Even if, and this would be more coverage, right? This is $15,000, even if we doubled it. So the thing is that, Colonial Penn is more than 200% more expensive, and you're going to have to suffer through a 2-year waiting period plan, and you're going to end up overpaying on this policy for the rest of your life. So, $90 down to $40, let's just say roughly $50. So you're going to overpay roughly $600 a year. And if you live another 10 years until age 51, you're going to overpay roughly $6,000 more on a $15,000 plan, or in Colonial Penn's, $14,580. So why would you do that? Why would you overpay for a plan with a 2-year waiting period? We don't recommend that at all. So let's go look at, and you'll be able to see all these different insurance companies here that in your state. And let's find somebody else that advertises quite a bit. Okay, like Lincoln Heritage, fine company, level coverage. They just charge more. So they're like $64. The reason they charge more, they've got this thing where, when you pass away, they'll call 2-3 different, places, local places, funeral homes, to get the pricing, maybe do a couple other things. But, it's $64 versus 41. So 64, let's just say roughly $20. So that'd be $240 a year. After 10 years, that'd be $2,400. I overstated the numbers a little bit. So it's probably going to be roughly $2,200, give or take, more after 10 years. And if you think about it, for a company to make, 2 or 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple other things, get paid roughly $2,200, that's a pretty good deal for them. But I would imagine you'd probably rather keep that money in your own pocket. So what we do is we offer a free funeral and estate planning guide. And you can just fill that out and say who gets what goes where, and where you'd like to be buried, and what your final wishes and everything are. Keep that with your policy, and your family will know everything that you want done, and they will know that you loved and cared for them well in advance and thought about them and what they'd be going through when the day did come. And they're going to know that you love them. And you're also just going to save a lot of money by doing it that way versus just outsourcing that to a company where you overpay every month. Let's see if there's any other companies here. You'll be able to see all of these, of course. Okay, Lumico, they're like $60. That's first day coverage too, but $60 versus $41, so roughly $20 a month. That's $240 a year, $2,400 after 10 months, or 10 years. $2,400 after 10 years. That'd be $4,800 after 20 years. Why would you overpay? So don't do that. Be a smart shopper. So go to our website. Again, our quoter, you can fill that out. You can call us at 888-862-9456. Whether you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it and see if you can get a lower price, or if you want to add coverage to a current policy, or you just want a brand new policy, or even if you just have questions, just reach out to us. We'd love to chat with you and help you out with that. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.